Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Kevin Kim, your host today. And I would like to introduce myself as a business operation enthusiast from Rework Platform. Rework Platform is the unified work operation for growth. So today we have more than 50 attendees joining us from different time zones across Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, South Africa, and Australia. So I'm very excited and delighted to welcome all of you, all the business owner, managers, leaders, and I know you are very busy. So I truly appreciate you taking the time to join us today. And yeah, thank you, everyone. So about today's topic, I will discuss the PDCA framework in the context of task management. And we will cover three parts from introduction to the introduction to PDCA framework, the PDCA framework in task management. And I will share some best practices using rework projects following the PDCA. So please grab a cup of coffee or tea and enjoy my presentation. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the Zoom chat, and our team is here to help. So before we begin, I think let's start with a poll to understand how you are currently managing your team's tasks. So the poll is very simple. I would like to ask, how do you assign and manage tasks? Okay, so we have chat, we have email, meeting, or maybe if you have used task management tools, yeah, just choose the option that fit you. Okay, we will have maybe 30 seconds to complete this poll. Okay, just pick the answer and then submit. Okay, let's see the result. Okay, cool. So we have chat. A lot of members have chose chat. Uh, Chat is the most common way that you and your team are assigning and managing the task. And then we see meeting and some other using task management tools. Great. So yeah, as you know, and also from our observation, we also see that many businesses today still primarily use chat platforms like Vibers or WhatsApps to assign tasks and deliver results. And I think while these apps are very fast and convenient, we believe that they have significant drawbacks. For example, the assigners and the assignees, they often forget their task, and they may find it very hard to maybe go back to a specific task details from previous days or weeks or maybe months ago. And maybe because of like there are too many chats in the chat box, right? And sometimes it may be even harder if they change their devices and the information are completely lost, so they cannot find it again. So I think eventually it will lead to maybe more wasted time. So today I will share with you a more systematic way to approach and help you to manage your daily task using the PDCA framework. So what is it? So the PDCA framework is also known as the dimming cycle. And it is a continuous improvement methodology of, often used in business or project management. So as you can see there's a circle here, and often it will start from plan. So the plan, and then go to do, and check, and act. And I think each stage in this framework is quite straightforward, right? And it's quite self-explanatory. So I will not explain in more detail. But the beauty of this framework lies in its iterative nature, which means it allows you to adapt and continuously refine what you are doing, from planning to doing, checking, acting, and then you go back to planning. So now that we have covered the basics of PDCA, so what I want to discuss the next, I think, will be more practical. It's the question, how can we apply this framework to task management? So as you can see here, when talking about task management, there are typically there are two main stakeholders: the managers or the assigners, and the team members and the assignees. So normally, the managers will plan the task, define and assign the task, and assign to the assignees, also as their team members. And then the team will execute and deliver the results. And then the managers check again to make sure that the quality is good enough. And finally, the team member. And for example, if at this checking stage, if the quality is good, then the team member will continue to do. But if not, then maybe the team will need to improve or adjust. So to go in more detail, let's go to each stage. So the first stage, plan. Okay, so in this stage, basically, you just need to make everything as clear as possible, from the maybe the priority, the importance or urgency level, the resources, deadlines, responsibilities, and so on. Okay, so we have an example. For example, in marketing, we have heard many funny stories where managers maybe they ask someone in their team to prepare, maybe for example, prepare content for the upcoming event, right? So the team member, the assignee, thought that this meant that maybe I just need to write some kind of content, right? But the manager actually wanted something like the topic of the event, the agenda, or maybe the social media post. So yeah, a lot of things. So that's why in the planning stage, the managers and the assignee have to be clear about what they will need to deliver. In the second stage, do. Okay, so in this stage, the manager will need to support the team to complete the assigned task, and the team members, they just need to focus on finishing the task. And in this stage, there's one very important thing that the managers and the team member will need to do is to communicate effectively to, for example, if there is any bottlenecks or issue arise, they should be addressed in real time, or at least as soon as possible, to make sure that the progress is not delayed. And after the team member they deliver the results, then it will go to the check stage, where the managers will review the completed task based on the set criteria, like the quality or efficiency or the results. And of course, in this stage, because sometimes the deliverables are not as good as what the manager expects, right? So that's why maybe the managers will need to provide some constructive feedback for improvement to the team, or maybe sometimes they need to advise the solutions to get to keep everything back on track. And finally, for acting. So this stage, the team should focus on the solutions that everyone have agreed, rather than blaming, right? So that everyone will focus on collaborate and working together to complete the planned task. Okay, so that's all for the first part. And I think for the next part, we will jump to some live demo. So I will show you how we can apply this PDCA approach into managing the task on Rework platform. And today we will feature an app called Rework Projects. Okay, so let me change. So this is the screen of Rework Projects. So about Rework, it contains many applications. So today we will only focus on one application, which is Projects. And from here, firstly, I will show you the structure of this application. So using this application, you can divide your workspace into different spaces. For example, in here, we have divided into client service, people and culture, and growth. So many of our customers, they will divide the spaces based on their organizational structure. And in every space, you can create different projects. And each project will be organized under a particular space. So, for example, this is the account of a member whose name Olivia. And Olivia, she is seeing all of the projects on her left menu, as you can see here. There are different projects in here. And under, for example, under the space client service, we have a project, Innovate Tech. And in this project, if Olivia click on this project, Olivia will see different board. You can see different board here. So we have the board for product launching, event management, and so on. So as you can see here. And some overview metrics of this project. Some of the tasks Olivia is in charge of, some of the documents and the feed, and also the list of boards you can see here. Okay, so for example, if you are a project manager or a team manager, you can simply go to this app and create a new project. So there will be options for you to create a new project. So you can also create a new project by starting from blank, generate with AI, or explore our templates. So for example, if you create a new project, it will show like this. And from there, you can create different boards, like the task board, docs board, or feeds board, or expense board. So I will walk you through the different of these board. So we have task board for all the tasks, like this one, the product launching, or the docs board, like this one, clients document, where you can document all the docs in your company, like this. Or you can have the feed boards, where you can send out some updates or announcement within your team, and your team can interact in here. But for today's webinar, we will only focus on the task board, where you can plan all your tasks and your team will do the task report there, and you can check and review everything. So let's take this product launching board as our example today. Okay, so when you create a a new project and a new board, the first thing you will need to do is to plan all the tasks, right? So in this board, you can see we have already created something here we call the task list. So the pre-campaign preparation, campaign launch are the task list. And under every task list, we have created the list of tasks. So you can see research and planning or team coordination. And under every task, we can create different subtasks like this. So you can see. Okay, so the first thing you need to plan your project. Just simply go to this create button. You can create task list or you can create task. And each task you should assign to a particular assignee and assign a deadline so that the team will know what they will need to do. One more thing in the planning stage is that after creating all the task lists and the task subtasks, and after assigning the particular assignees and deadlines, you should also pay attention to another thing, which is the way you want to see how the tasks are displayed. So that is called views. So in here, you can see there's another thing, which is view. So for example, by default, when you visit a project, it will be the table view. You can see it's like a spreadsheet-like view, but we also offer you with many other different views. Like, for example, the list view. It's like a to-do list. Or the calendar view. It's like a calendar. Or the Gantt view. The board view. So each view will offer you a different way of seeing and managing the task. So I suggest, I recommend you to try to create as many views as you may want, and then try to see which one will be more suitable for your needs. Okay, so I'll show you. So that's all about the planning stage. So just remember to structure your workspace from creating the space, the project, the board, the task list, the views, and then you create the task and assign to the right person. Okay, the next step is the doing stage. So for example, in here, I already created a task, which is research and planning, and I assigned to Olivia, right? And in here, I already included all the task description and the attachment so that Olivia can know what she will need to do. And also, I set the deadline for her. So for example, in the second stage, doing. So Olivia, firstly, she will receive the notification from here. She will receive the notification and she can click on a particular notification to view the detailed page of this task. Or the second way, at the start of the day, she can check a reminder. Okay, a reminder. Just click on this. She will see that, okay, today I will need to complete the task research and planning. So Olivia can click on this and can also open and see who have assigned the task, when she will need to finish, and all the details. And then the next thing Olivia can do is that she can communicate, because while doing, she may need to collaborate with other members. For example, Noah, right? So she can also create the subtask assigned to other members and discuss with other members right in here. So she can mention other, and then she can send a message to her. So this is how the team can communicate within a specific task. And finally, when Olivia have completed this task, Olivia can update the task result in here. For example, she can say something like, I have done this, please check. Maybe she can paste the link or paste the link to the file to her result, or she can upload a file right in here and then save. Okay, and when saving or updating the task, the assigner and the followers, they will be notified. And finally, Olivia will check on this box to turn the status from active to pending review. Okay, so that's when the check stage will start. So for example, the assigner, who is also Olivia in this case, in this example. So the assigner, they will also receive the notification, and when clicking on that notification, will also be redirected to this page. And the assigner can also check the task result or have some discussion in here. And if everything is okay, then the assigner will mark this one as done. But if it's not okay, then just mark as active. So let's say this time I mark this one as active, and I say something like, please adjust, blah, blah, right? I can comment in. So Olivia will start the fourth stage, which is acting. So Olivia will know what she needs to improve. So Olivia will come to here, update the task again. Maybe this time she will enter something like newest update, and maybe another link like this. Okay. And then again, check this one. And let's say this time Olivia have done her job and all the task results are good, then the assignee can mark this one as done. So we close the loop in here. We end this acting stage here. Okay. So some of our customer, they may wonder how can they turn on this review feature. So you can simply turn this on by going to this project settings, and then here, manage review option, and then you just turn them on so that you can have that review option in your system. Okay, so I think that's all for the part live demo. And to wrap up the live demo, so I think here are some few key takeaways. And of course, after our webinar today, we will send you the slides and the recording of today's webinar, so that you can also review them again. Okay, so here are some key takeaways. So the first one, the PDCA framework, we still apply them in our task management activity. So it will start from plan, do, check, and finally act. And in every stage, we need to firstly define the objective, structure the task effectively, set the expectation, and then after that, the team will work on the system and then update the task progress in real time. And then we need to review, provide structured feedback, and monitor performance. And finally, we implement improvements, adjust the processes, and optimize the workflows based on the insight that you got after doing the work. Some tips. So firstly, about creating a new project. So you can write a project and add some description in here so that your team will understand what is this project for. And you should consider the nature of the work and how you want to see the task, how you want to manage the task, so that you can use a suitable kind of view in the system. And another thing is that you should also categorize the tasks into different task lists to clearly outline the project's phases or the work types. And finally, you can also set up the custom fields to guide the necessary information in each task. To organize the task, you should, we recommend that you ensure each task has a responsible assignee and a clear deadline. And they are placed in the appropriate task list. And you can use some kind of tags in your system. For example, like the tags here, so you can see, you can easily see the progress. You can easily see the status or the label that you add to that, differentiated by the colors or by the name. And you can also use some kind of priority status marker already in the system, like important or urgent. And finally, as I just guided you, so you can enable the required review before marking task complete feature, so that you can always review the task after your team have done. How to name a task? I think this one is interesting. So many Rework Projects users, they name the task in a way that may be a bit hard for their team to complete the task. So our tip here is that you should try to use, you should name a task specific and action-oriented task name. Something like write a particular blog post instead of just write an ad. So for example, if I receive a task like write an ad, I don't know what ad is about, right? So you should, and one more thing, you should use verb instead of noun. For example, it should be an action, like do something, so that the assignee can easily complete the task. And maybe you can also establish some naming conventions for similar project tasks, so that your team can easily follow. In the next one, how to assign a task. Yeah, ensure the tasks have descriptions and deadline and the assigning. And you can create a subtask to break down the work and to easily track the progress. Because to complete a small task will be easier than completing a very big task, right? So try to break it down into smaller subtasks. And yeah, you can also attach some attachment if needed. So that's about planning. About doing, the most important thing is that, because I understand that many of your work will not happen on Rework, right? Maybe you can do the work with the client, for example, or you do the work in your ERP system, in your accounting system. And sometimes Rework Projects is only for reporting and only to storing the final result, right? So it's important in this stage is that you can utilize Rework Projects as a way to communicate and to update the task result. So you can try to use the comment feature, and especially use mention feature to mention the right people. And remember to upload the task result into this dedicated area. And you can also use the feed boards for maybe for some broader topic-based conversations. For example, in our company, we also use Feedboard for weekly report. So every Monday, the team members will need to post an announcement about what they have done in the previous week in the Feedboard, so that all the team will be on the same page. Okay, in this check stage, mostly are about reviewing and assessing the deliverables. So yeah, just remember to enable the task review feature. Use commenting feature to provide the constructive feedback. And one more thing, in every view of every board, you can use the filter so that you can easily see or maybe like a group of tasks that you want to view. For example, you can add a filter like all the members in a particular group, like creative. And the question is, you want to see all the tasks of the member in these groups, but they are overdue. So you can apply this filter and you can quickly see all those tasks. And after that, you can have a meeting with the team to address all the issue or all the bottlenecks to make sure that everything is on track. Okay, so that's the check stage. And finally, for the act stage, in this stage, if everything is okay, if everything is good, then the best practice is to document and standardize the best practices. So, yeah, here are a few ways for you to document or standardize what is working well. So the first way, many of our users will use this feature, duplicate a project or duplicate a board, so that, for example, if they have to do this kind of project again, if they have to carry out this kind of project again, they will just simply duplicate the entire project board, so that they will save some time in the planning phase and they can quickly jump to the doing phase. And one more thing, you can also leverage the docs board feature so that you and your team can store all the important details in here, all the documents, all the details in here, so that everyone in the team can access again. Okay, and we believe that there will be so much more about our system. There will be many, many more use cases or many things else that can be used by Rework. So if you want to learn more about the features, or if you still have many questions about the PDCA framework and how Rework Project can help you, so I suggest that you can go to our YouTube channel and watch our tutorials there. We have created a list of about 8 videos about Rework projects, and you can watch one by one to learn from the basics to the advanced feature. Or you can, maybe after this webinar, you can also schedule a consultation with our experts. If you are not yet our customer, so our business consultant will help you. If you're already one of our customers, then just contact our team and we will support you. And so currently on the screen right now, there will be a question like, would you like to book a follow-up consultation or demo of Rework? So if you need, just choose yes. Okay, so we will spend about 30 seconds for you to decide. And yeah, we are open for maybe 5 to 10 minutes of our webinar to answer any question you may have. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. So yeah, our team will support you.